like another overdose.
Here we go again. What's his mental status?
Unresponsive.
How are his respirations?
Shallow and very depressed.
What about his other vitals?
Heartbeat is erratic and his blood pressure is very low. He may crash any second.
Okay, let's get him into ER1. Hope we can save him.
I had my first OxyContin at the age of 18, and eventually I was shooting heroin because it was more potent and it was cheaper. It took me until I was 25 years old to get clean and sober.
Joe was the first candidate to speak out about the rising epidemic of opiate addiction, and is the only candidate who has taken the time to deal with the questions of youth violence. Joe Avellone is the only candidate in this race who truly understands what it will take to bring new jobs to cities like Worcester. I know he can back up his promises because his entire career has been driven by results. Massachusetts needs Joe Avellone, and they ask that you vote to put Joe on the ballot.
During my campaign for Boston City Council, I was transparent with my own issues with substance abuse and my subsequent recovery. I understand how this particular disease affects families, communities, and individuals. When I met Joe, he not only demonstrated to me he was willing to tackle the problem, but he has the professional experience to effectively implement it throughout the Commonwealth. Joe's plan to create an Office of Recovery demonstrates to me how serious he is about tackling addiction. And the fact that he's willing to take on such a tough issue like addiction is exactly why I'm with Joe for governor.
Taunton has been on the front lines of the epidemic of opiate addiction, and Joe Avellone was the first candidate to acknowledge the problem. Joe understands what steps need to be taken to help out thousands of families across the Commonwealth deal with addiction. When he put forward the idea of the Office of Recovery, it became obvious to me which candidate was serious about tackling this problem. And I am proud to stand behind Joe Avellone. And I ask you to vote to put him on the ballot.